Hey everybody. So these aren't popular videos, but I'm making them anyways because it's kind of therapeutic. And everybody goes through different things and they think about different things and they don't talk about them. So let's talk about bad days. So, the last 24 hours or so have just been stressful. It's I'm going to spare you the details, but someone backed into my C8 and smashed the back end, and she's a young, she actually knocked on my door crying and told me that she backed into my car, a young Haitian lady, in her early 20s, maybe late 20s, somewhere in there. And I went out and looked at it. It's a couple $1,000s worth of damage, but, she's delivering Uber Eats. She's probably going to work all day for $100. And she thought that she hit my car and it would cost her a couple $100s, and it's more like a few thousand. So, I was, do you have insurance? It's my brother's car. She calls her brother. Her brother screams at her. I can hear him screaming at her. She just wants to do the right thing. Now she gets to work 25 days to pay for the car. So I just told her, if worse comes to worse, I'll figure something out. So I'll just eat that because I make enough money in my day job that it's going to hurt us both. I'm not rich, but it could set her back a year and it could set me back some savings. And that's just kind of how life is. So, yesterday's a stressful day. Lots of reasons, work, just everything. So I'm making a swing change. I gave a playing lesson on Thursday. I didn't hit the ball great. I'm playing the up tees and I hit the ball a long way. So it's still easy to score in the lower 70s while giving a playing lesson, but not playing well. You're just kind of bumping the ball around, making it work. You're not firing all cylinders. I'm making a swing change. I'm trying to bow this lead hand because I've always had a real square grip. It's not cupped and it's not bowed. It's very square, and my misses left. And so I decided to make this swing change, and I have carpal tunnel, so some swings hurt, and it's cascading. So I just went out to the range and hit 2 buckets of balls and hit them rather poorly, right? YouTube pushes a couple videos of mine and they do well, and then the next one has a high click-through rate and I think it's pretty decent and it gets no views. And then you wake up and somebody tells you no one does it like that, you should watch blah blah blah, and you're terrible, kill yourself, whatever. You get it. It's the world is a toxic place. So where am I going? Everything outside is out of my control. My golf swing, my fun, my play, it's all out of my control. What is in my control is what I let in, how I feel about it. And I have a propensity now to be just in a bad mood. I got to go figure out my car. I got to go back home and do some more work. I've got to edit videos that sometimes seem superfluous at best. So what do? I moved from Michigan to South Florida because South Florida is a better weather atmosphere with worse people. It's just, Florida is the internet of states. It's just toxic. Everybody's toxic. So what do I let in? So here's my suggestion. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's golf or work or friends that are betraying you, sleeping with each other's girlfriends and then lying to each other, and you hear the lie, whatever it is. Your brain, your person is your house. It's the only thing you've got. It's your shelter from the storm. So you can't control what's going on outside. You can't control a bad golf game, but you can control the storm inside. So things like golf or bad people, you build a room, and it's a nice, clean, white room, and you let them into it, and That's all. You don't leave your valuables there. You don't depend on it. You don't let these things, cars and YouTube videos or success, you don't let them be your whole shelter. You put them in a room and you close that room and you don't let them in the rest of your house until they've proven that they can be in your house without tearing it to pieces. So if it's a toxic person, you let them into a room and the only thing in there is a TV, and you meet with them and you watch TV together, and you don't have your valuables, your personality depending on that room. Whatever happens in that room, you can just rinse it free. So golf today is terrible, and it's just, stress is piling, and I have to figure out now how to leave it in the room and not let it into the rest of my life, not go home and take it out on my daughter, not take it out on my friends, not let it ruin a night out or whatever I'm going to do next. So when it comes to golf, put golf in a room and let it sit there. And don't let anything else in. It's just your golf game. And when you want to watch a YouTube video, go to that room. When you want to go to the golf course and hit a ball or go to the range, let them in that room. And you go into that room, and maybe that day is the best time you've ever had in that room, and it's decorated and it's beautiful and great. And the next day, you just got to empty it again and go in the room and see what happens, and not allow that to affect your happiness. So there's millions of people in the United States that suffer from personality disorders and depression and things. I have friends with issues that have had brain issues. I had a wife who had cancer that died, that had brain issues. She had some tumors removed in the process. I've suffered with depression off and on since she's died, and probably before, off and on. And so the key to this, to not letting life throw you back down these bad roads, is building this room. And, make it a hotel. If you've got 20 friends, make it a 20-bedroom hotel and put each of them in a different room. If you've got 20 sports you play or 20 things you do, put them all in rooms, and don't let them together until you're certain that that's part of your happiness and you can rely on it. So anyways, has nothing to do with golf, but that's a tip. So press and send. Ciao.